mga katropa, and welcome to our video for today, where as promised, I will be showcasing to you my outfield fortress defense. Okay, so without further ado, let's go already to my fort. So, as I have mentioned in the post, I am currently using Terrain 16 and I've been using this for a month already since March because as you all know, I did a Fortress Defense Showcase last February, but after a month, uh, my former design failed to do the outcome that I desire. So I switched to Terrain 16 and it produced even better results than what I've expected. And you all know this because for a month, I think each week I've been posting samples of outfield defense wins in my YouTube channel. And now, I believe the time has come for me to show you what strategies do I employ in Terrain 16. And I am sharing this to you because you might have a very good final room defenders but don't have a good outfield. I believe it must be balanced because it's good to have a both wins in outfield and in final room, which is the overall strategy that I employ. A balanced wins from outfield and inside the final room. And despite the fact that my final room fell 2 weeks ago, my former true iframe design, as you can see on the screen, these 4 defenders, well, at my outfield has maintained giving me wins. So let's start first in the question, why Terrain 16? In my former Fortress Defense, I mentioned that I used before interchangeably Terrain 20, Terrain 21, and Terrain 24 because my design is to reduce or at least reduce the support units of my attackers. Okay, so and this in these 3 fort designs do that. Unfortunately, there is a weakness in that part. As you can see in these terrain sets, the first room is close to the other rooms where the shinobi supports can be thrown off. That is why there are many instances that after the main has gone through in the first room, he had high chance in saving his supports fallen in other rooms. And as for the Terrain 21, the problem is many people already know this strategy where the water mat is in front. That is why in the end, my attacker entered the final room full force. So it fell. And then I found this Terrain 16, which I think will do the outcome what I want. Because as you can see, before you reach the other rooms, or should I say the kill room that I assigned, you need first to go through a long path from here. So you'll go here, here, and here. And it's also a long way before the final room. Most of the time, attackers avoid being thrown away in other rooms. So if they weren't been thrown away, it's still a long way before they cut short into the final room. Okay? And if they cut short into the final room, there is a certain strategy that I will mention that will force them to return to this room because of this last map. Okay? So that is why I use Terrain 21. Okay? So next, why there are 3 water masks here? Why don't I use magnet pool, for example, as many of you are using? Well, as I observe, actually it's easy to counter when using magnet strategy. Because for example, all your support units will be on the magnet trap. And then, the main shinobi has a jutsu which he can move. Therefore, while the supports are still in the magnet trap, the main can destroy the other water mask already, thereby preventing his support from being thrown already. That is why out of frustration during those times that I use those strategies, I just jokingly used, why don't I use 3 water mask? And yes, indeed, uh, 90% or should I say 95% of the time, support units are being thrown or even the main itself. Okay, so let's move on with my east side outfield strategy. I'm pertaining to this 3 or should I say 4 rooms. Okay, so the main objective of this east side of my outfield is to slow down the main because as I have mentioned, the supports must not be reunited again with the main because I intend them to be killed, especially in the west side rather of my outfield. Okay, that is why the things here are intended for slowing down the main. First, for example, this fog and this water mask and this seal gargoyle. So it slows down the main because first you have to kill Kawaki and then he have to destroy this first before destroying the seal gargoyle because he can't destroy it with using only a jutsu, but because it has a water in it that can throw you away, so it also delays a little bit of time. And then when you enter here, it's a water summon, which for example, in case he managed to save one support shinobi, he will still have to deal with this one mat before going into another room, which probably a support shinobi had fallen, but it's a revival path. So if they manage to defeat this defender of mine here, there's still a little bit of time before he can reach these rooms here where most probably most of the thrown away support shinobi had fallen, specifically here. And if they manage to defeat Anbutachi, then they will go here. Okay? Before, I use here not Kawaki but its shadow. Unfortunately, because of the inconsistency of his AI, I've decided to switch with Kawaki since as I have mentioned in some of my video, Kawaki is a great outfield defender because of his fast AI reaction. So let me show you first the stat of my Kawaki. Okay, so here are his cards. Here is stats and the jutsu that I use. So I don't use special jutsu ordering. I just put there this specific jutsus. Okay, and that's enough already for me because my intention is not to kill anyway whoever had fallen there, but rather to stall whoever will enter there because mostly main will enter the Kawaki's room and will kill him anyways. So what's the point of focusing here if my strategy is to just reduce the support units that my attackers have? And for the band, I use Naruto Kid. Okay, so next one is so we'll move on because I've already explained this part. By the way, this room is just, I can call it a temptation room. Because sometimes, players visit this unknowingly. Maybe because they thought there is a purple mat here, but there's none. Also, it is also vital that the Gamakichi summon here is in far away right here. Because in case my defender, for example, still manage to save at least 1 or 2 support units, they may be thrown away here but can't get out because the program of their AI is to just follow the main, and if they can't see clearly the Gamakichi here, they will just walk and just wait here in this position. Okay, so well, I will just show you Boruto Karma's stats. Here are his cards and his stats and the jutsu that I use. I'm just planning to switch on using this particular jutsu because I just noticed that using this in the first one is sometimes causing Boruto to not last long because if he counters the enemy head on, usually he dies. So let's try this, that after he was summoned in the blue mat, so he will teleport already in case the shinobi who entered the room is prepared to use the jutsu. And then we'll use this and this one. Okay, so let's move on with the central room, which has the revival pad. So before, when Sasuke Final Bally is still in my final room, because I use the True Eye Frame final room strategy, I use Baryon mode here. And instead of using Incense Burner, I use the immovable statue installation. Because since Baryon AI has become cranky these days, I just make sure that he doesn't get knocked back. And with the help of that installation, it prevents him from doing that. And he works well. But after my True Eye Frame strategy in F4 fell, I returned Final Bally here in the revival mat, because we all know, and even up till now, Final Bally Sasuke is still OP in the revival mat. So here are his cards, his stats, and the jutsu that he used. As I have mentioned, I already managed to max out his X ult. That's why he can spam it already. And here are his band. Okay? So, here in the central room, well, still, the concept is there to time stall the main shinobi. Because, after they manage to kill this, he will get up again. And most of the time, because Sasuke Final Bally has good AI, he can instantly cast his X ult already upon getting up after being revived. Unlike with other defenders, they will walk for at least a second or just 2 seconds, and which during those times they can be easily killed already, which is very frustrating. So aside from that, I also put these two Mirage aroma. Why? If you notice, if you're constantly watching your defense logs, I just noticed that AI of Shinobi suddenly improved. Because whenever they enter a certain room, they are prioritizing seal gargoyles. Before, they will just prioritize whatever installation they set their eyes upon. But now, whenever there is a seal gargoyle, they will prioritize it. That is why in case they have fallen in this part of the room, which usually happens, so I use this Mirage Aroma Trap to at least slow them down in destroying the seal gargoyle, because they will still have to deal with these two aroma, and they usually destroy installation using their jutsus. Okay, so and it gives more time in case support units have fallen here. Okay, so now let's move on with the west side of my outfit, which is where I focused greatly in killing supports. So first is, as you all know, I still employ this Anbutachi partnered with Incense Burner the third strategy. Because as we all know, if you have this yellow Incense Burner, it greatly decreases the cooldown time of jutsu of the enemy. It turns the jutsu of enemy like the cooldown of a level 1 X ult. That is why they can continuously cast their jutsu when this installation is around. And when partnered with Seal Gargoyle, it's hard to destroy them, especially if now you put many tornado traps and also water mask, which can delay their movement. And that's the strategy that I employ. Both supports or main struggles when they entered here, as I have shown to you in the outfield wins that I have posted in the past weeks. Okay? And when partnered with this tornado trap, it further prevents them to reach this Seal Gargoyle and this incense burner and destroy it even more. But the problem is when they fall into this position. That is why I put tornado trap. So in case there are instances that supports or main fell here and they try to approach the incense burner, they will be thrown away in the other parts of the room. Okay? And then I put Anbo Itachi here. As you all know, he's so OP still in the outfield. So here are his stats. Rather, here are his cards. Here are his stats. And then here are the jutsu that I use with him, and also the band. Okay? So a sucking jutsu band. So in case the enemy wants to go away from Anbutachi, he will get sucked towards Itachi anyways. So then let's move forward with this new strategy room that I employed, which is the sudden heal of Sakura strategy. Well, it's a long name. I still can't think of a short name for this strategy, but it all began after observing certain strategies in attack mission. I just observed that there were rooms which they put Mama Sakura along with an damage dealer Shinji. And when Mama Sakura is equipped with his old 4-star jutsu, he instantly casts it upon detecting an enemy within its range. That is why I utilize it, that in case there will be someone who will enter this room and they are ready or they already casted a jutsu which may damage these two defenders, Mama Sakura can instantly save them or buff the two of them, thereby saving them from being killed. And partnered with another incense burner, at least the second, the enemy who entered here cannot continuously cast their jutsu because their cooldown time of their jutsu is reduced. And as you have watched in my outfield defense wins lately, this is a great strategy because, for example, the enemy who has entered has already casted a jutsu which can kill them already. Or for example, they are that powerful already. And upon entry, Mama Sakura will heal already their damage parts, I can say. And usually, they will immediately use an EX ult, thereby killing whoever has entered the room. It's really good. So let me show you the stats of these two. So first, Mama Sakura, here are cards that I use. Here are her stats. And here are her jutsus that I use. So I use 2 heal jutsu of Mama Sakura because she must save Sasuke from dying. And for the band, I use Baron Mode's jutsu to at least employ a suck-in process. Okay? And then for Sasuke Wandering Ninja, these are the cards that I used. These are the stats. Okay? And these are the jutsu that I use. So I only use these 2 jutsu, the new jutsu that he acquired last year, because this jutsu had a good knockback effect. Because after he had cast this LB, he will cast the 4-star. And just before the enemy gets up, the follow-up of Mama Kaguya, or you can use Edo Hashirama's 1000 hand mini jutsu, they will be pushed away again, thereby preventing them to continue to stand up most of the time. Okay, so they are overwhelmed by the continuous casting of Sasuke Wandering Ninja's jutsu. Okay, so that's all. By the way, I forgot to mention, compared to the last time that I have shown you the stats of these 3 shinobi in my outfield wins fortress clips, their stats was improved because I enhanced their stats compared in the last time. And for the last part of this outfield showcase is this last two rooms. If you observe these last two rooms, you will not see any installation, only traps. Why? What's the reason behind it? During these last two rooms, I do not just intend to stall the remaining attackers of my fort, but also I want them to remove their buffs. Because as time passes by, as we all know, the buffs that our shinobi have gained through their jutsu gradually fades away after a certain period of time. And in order to buff them again, is either they need to use their individual jutsu or they will be buffed by the main shinobi. In case the main shinobi have team buffs with their jutsu. At least before they entered, as they enter the final room, they will be immediately killed because they don't have any buffs with them anymore. And my final room defender can just easily strips them away. Okay? That is why I put here even the toad shop, the more magnet traps, and even more magnet traps to further their time. That as they were being stalled, their buffs are also being removed as the timer of those buffs runs out. Okay? So that is why I strictly don't use any installation that will invoke casting a jutsu in the enemy. Yes, I employ barriers here, but at least here there will be nothing anymore. Because usually before the main shinobi of my attacker enters the final room, he will wait for example 15 or 10 seconds before he penetrates it, because he will buff himself first, or he will for example make the gauge of his EX ult max first, and thereby reducing the chance of the supports that he still have if he managed to go here to reduce the buffs that they have. Okay? So I hope you are getting my point. So overall, these are the strategies that I employ right now in the outfield. Yes, I cannot boast currently of having a very great combination in the final room, but I can proudly guarantee you that this design of mine indeed has given me wins for the past 1 month. Okay? And I've already proven it by showing you first outfield defense videos. Okay? So if you have a very good final room defenders but don't have the best outfield, why don't you try mine? Just try it. You know, I don't have anyways a specific shinobi for each room here, except for Mama Sakura. Mama Sakura is a required shinobi here with the 4-star heal jutsu first in the jutsu order. So that's all. You must partner her with a damage dealer shinobi in the room where there is the incense burner, the third, or the yellow incense burner. Just use a good shinobi with good AI who can continuously cast their jutsu plus with damage. And in this room, you can just use any defender who can time stall the main shinobi. As for the traps, create your own traps on how will you think you can still even better improve this design. Okay? And I believe if you have a very good final room and a very good outfield, I can guarantee you already an overwhelming defense wins, just like this one, as you can see on the screen. See that? Yummy. Okay? So for the last part of this video, let me show you defense wins from among these wins that you are seeing right now. Because 6 of these wins was given by my outfield design. So, without further ado, let me show you another set of outfield defense wins that I have got just for a day.
絶対に助け出す。ラスルシェイク。離すんじゃねえぞ。はい。ラスルシュリケン。ラスルシュリケン。死ね。ラスルシュリケン。死ね。ラスルシュリケン。じっとしていろ。助けて。おいだ。甘いな。ソーライロット。モロク邪魔をする。俺の前に逃げモロク今だ銀河エニサガ消えてもらう。勝機はある。行け。ここまでだ。消えてもらう。おっ消えてもらう。勝機はある。行け。消えてもらう。ここまでだ。おっ寝ていろ。死ね。逃がさん。死ね。型をつける。寝ていろ。死ね。寝ていろ。楽にしてやる。行くぞ。存分